Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the middle of June 2021. We are just going to jump right in here and see what is going on for you here, Scorpio. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you. But Scorpio, you have the Hangman twice here. You did show up in Pisces readings. Actually, all three water signs were like all showing up in each other's readings. So I don't know. You could be attracting a water sign in general into your life at this time. But that is if you're looking for love. But let's see here what is going on for you. Too much thinking, number one. Makes perfect sense with the Mercury retrograde, but you have this thoughts card, and then you have the Hangman twice. Whenever I get like a card here and then a card here as the clarifier, to me it's the universe is kind of like zooming in to this part of the reading. Again, something very similar happened to Cancer, so if you have Cancer in your chart, I would definitely watch that reading. But what I would say here is that I feel like you're kind of, this can be too much thinking. The reason I say this is because you have the Hangman, which is a card of kind of putting yourself in limbo. The Hangman puts himself in Hangman mode. He does it so he can gain enlightenment, so he can learn as much as he can, or so that he can gain some inner answers as to like the things that he wants to do with his life or in his life. But the problem is the Five of Pentacles here in this row. Five of Pentacles is kind of like saying that you might be kind of thinking about things in the wrong way. Five of Pentacles is calling attention to your weaknesses when things could actually be really good. So, I feel like you need to, try to control your thoughts at this time. You have the Hangman, Ten of Cups, and Seven of Wands. Again, if you have a Pisces or someone with Pisces in their chart coming in for you, this could be a very solid connection here in this reading. You have the Ten of Cups is happy home, happy family. It is also a card of, fortune after difficulty. To me, it's a very good card. And even the Seven of Wands is the card of conviction. The Seven of Wands to me is a very good card of commitment because it's like a card of defending your position at the top of the hill, but there's a certain knowing with the Seven of Wands. It's like, with the Seven of Wands, this person knows, they know that something is right for them. So it's like there's a very deep understanding when it comes to the Seven of Wands. And it also says the more that you know, the more successful you will be. So I feel for some of you, it's kind of like you're starting to, what I would say here is that you're starting to understand that something is for you. Like for some of you, I feel this could be very deep. You could be understanding your purpose on a much deeper level. You have the Temperance card here. The Wheel of Fortune, something is changing for you here, Scorpio. Where's this going? And the Eight of Pentacles. For a lot of you, I feel your work or the way that you work, the things that you work on is what's undergoing a transformation here. And I feel like you're only at the beginning here. So if you're making changes in your work or in your business, these changes are going to lead to a lot of success. Eight of Pentacles is kind of material success on the horizon. It just says the things that you're doing right now are going to lead to a lot of success in the future. So I feel like there is a lot of success coming in for you. Part of me feels this definitely has to do with your beliefs. So like the deeper that you believe that something is right for you, the more right it is going to be for you. People always ask me like, how do I do that? It's like, how do I trick myself into believing something? And I always say, number one, it's not about tricking yourself, number one. Although if you don't believe something, to go from not believing to believing can definitely be a challenge. Like if you feel like you're not worthy of something with the Five of Pentacles, then that can be a challenge. One of my favorite people of all time, Marissa Peer, she says that people should be saying to themselves, I am enough every single day. And the thing is like at first you don't believe it, right? At first you do not believe that you are enough for something. But she says over time, after saying it a million times, then you start to believe it, and then you start to see results. This is why I think things like affirmations are great, but only if you do them every single day for an extended period of time, because it takes time. But the other thing that you can do to change your beliefs is you can step into the energy. And to do that, it's like maybe that you want to have a successful relationship. There are certain things that people in successful relationships do. Start doing those things, whatever they are, right? It's like people in successful relationships try to keep the romance alive. They try to work on the relationship. They go on dates with their spouse or their partner multiple times a week or once a week, or they do things with that person, right? They do things to keep things spicy. So, spice it up. Here is what this is saying. Same thing in business. If you're trying to be successful in business or career, there are certain things that successful people do, and this is literally just saying mimic success. I know it's obvious, but back in the day, I was a dumbass, right? It's like I wanted to be successful when I was younger, but I wasn't doing the things to be successful. and no matter how many times I got the advice that you need to do what successful people do, and that's what I would do here. Is I would just like mimic success in this first row. It'll change everything. Wheel of Fortune, right? So very good. Next, you have the Hangman energy here. So it's like you're trying. I feel like you're like looking for enlightenment here. I do get the feeling like kind of like everybody else. I feel like maybe you've been working on things. I feel like there are reasons for you to be in that Five of Pentacles energy. It's like maybe you've been trying to build something to change your finances or for financial success, and it's like things have not been changing. I feel like things have not been improving. I almost get more like Four of Cups energy, because Four of Cups is like wanting to manifest something but not seeing the result. And that's like the energy I get here, even though it doesn't show up in your reading. And so I feel like that Four of Cups type of vibe on this card. But it's like now I feel like you are being enlightened. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Death card, show up in the center, and you have the King of Cups here. You're showing up in a very strong position. I love when people show up as themselves as the center card. It really kind of puts you in a position of power and strength. It allows you to kind of get what you want from the reading. You also have this King of Cups. King of Cups kind of says, like, you bring about what you think about, right? King of Cups, he is normally sitting in choppy waters on this card here, but he's kind of like perfectly fine. He's just sitting there. He's not worried about the choppy waters around him. So it's kind of like one of those cards where it's like, yeah, there might be a million reasons to worry about things, right? It's like the news is basically the boy who cried wolf and the sky is falling all wrapped up into one, like every single day. So it's like, of course, people are in this like heightened state of anxiety. The Rabbit card here. This card is literally a card of anxiety. So I feel like for some of you, it's kind of like saying if you can control your state, you'll be very successful. You have the Seven of Wands. Again, I feel like what you believe is exactly what you're going to get here with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, card of conviction again, and it just says what your convictions are is what you are going to get. So if you believe that life is miserable and pain and all this other stuff, then that's what you're going to get. If you believe that you can be successful, that's what you're going to get. See, look, you have the Death card with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you need to transform this Five of Pentacles here. It's like, the Five of Pentacles is like needing to think more positively, needing to realize that you're not stuck where you are, needing to not call attention to your weaknesses. People, I always say I get accused of being too positive. I'm not positive or negative, really. What I would say is that I look for solutions in tarot. It's like I feel like people want me to get on here and say, oh, Five of Pentacles, your life is crap. You're going to be, you're going to go live in a gutter for the rest of your life. I mean, if that's what you want, go somewhere else, as I have been saying for the past 2 weeks. But if that's not what you want, then Five of Pentacles says you just have to think more positively. Yeah, you have the Ten of Swords here as well. Like I said, there's a lot of reasons to be negative, of course, but Ten of Swords kind of says something is dead, done, over with. Ten of Swords says that you need to start anew. Again, it is considered to be the worst card in the tarot, but he's making a symbol here that represents luck with his hands. And he's also dead. So, again, Ten of Swords is another one of those cards. It cracks me up when people tell me how bad it is. I'm like, yeah, but you're dead on this card. This is like total death. And it's like, there's nothing, the next step is to start over. So, it's really not that bad of a card, even though it kind of is. But, in this row here, it definitely does say, it is a card of victimhood, just like the Five of Pentacles. So I'm not saying that you're playing the victim or anything, Scorpio, but don't play the victim, right? And, this kind of energy says, if you do that, that's what you're going to get. If you open up and find solutions, you're going to be very successful. Next, you have the Rabbit. Again, definitely a card of anxiety. Like I said, there's no doubt about it. I keep saying to people, trust me, I get it. There are a million reasons to be anxious. I'm anxious about things as well. It's like I'm not immune to this stuff, but I would just realize that the news makes money by making you anxious, right? So that's literally what they do. They literally the whole point of the news is like, how can we say the most sensational lie and get people to watch so we can fill space, basically. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is saying try to stay away from things that bring you into this Five of Pentacles loss area of life. It is a good card. It is a card of things happening in leaps and bounds. It is a card of things kind of jumping forward. And you have the Empress right here, going from winter to spring. When do rabbits have babies? In the spring, right? So I feel for a lot of you, there could be like a lot of fertility. And the rabbits represent fertility as well. There's an old saying, there's a bad word like rabbits, right? I'm not going to say it on YouTube, but I feel for a lot of you that, this is like a lot of fertility. Again, if you're not trying to get, I feel like I said this to you recently, if you're not trying to get pregnant, I would be careful with the Empress energy for sure, and that rabbit card. If you are, congratulations is what I would say here. But you have the Empress, Six of Pentacles, and Eight of Wands. Like, look, she's being lifted up by these wands. The Eight of Wands represents your beliefs. So again, your beliefs are clearly very important this month. Keeping it positive is going to be very important because that will lift you up. The Six of Pentacles is a card of planting seeds, and it kind of says like you will manifest the seeds that you water, right? So if you water fear, lack, anxiety, all the bad stuff, that's what you're going to get. If you water the good stuff, then that's what you're going to get here with this whole row. I do feel there's like a lot of abundance coming in for you here, Scorpio. You have the Four of Swords. Yeah, definitely like a recovery opportunity for you here. You have the Queen of Swords. You know exactly what you need to do here with this Queen of Swords energy. For some reason, it's not focusing as usual. What else is new during the retrograde? I feel like you're ready to receive something. I feel like you're ready to put the past in the past. She's like she's facing this direction here on the table. So, and she's like kind of facing sideways, on this card. And I feel like it's kind of like saying you're willing to, and she has her back to all this, like the Five of Pentacles, Death card. So I feel like you're willing to put things behind you. And you have the Strength card as well. Yeah, I feel like you need to be patient at this time here, Scorpio. I just, having said all that, where's this going? Let's find out. Justice, more fairness, more balance coming into your life. Six of Pentacles. Normally on the Six of Pentacles, the guy is holding the balance in his hand, just like the Justice card. So I do feel like there's more balance coming in for you. You have the Queen of Pentacles, abundance. Again, rabbits, by the way. There are these rabbits here on the Queen of Pentacles. There's always a rabbit on the bottom corner there of the Queen of Pentacles. So fertility and abundance coming in for you. And the Wheel of Fortune, turnaround, Wheel of Fortune twice. This is definitely like a fortune after difficulty reading. I feel like it's going to require you to, like I said, I feel like this, to have fortune after difficulty right here, it's going to require you, like you need to step into that energy. I feel like you need to put yourself, in those shoes of positivity, if that makes sense. But if you do that, I feel like you will be very successful here, Scorpio. Let's see. Fake it till you make it, right? You have the Eight of Swords here. You are not stuck. Eight of Swords says set yourself free. You have the Hangman. Again, I do feel like someone finds you very attractive. I feel like they're nervous. I would say that if you meet someone and they're nervous, I feel like they're just nervous. So that could be a clue for you here. They might just be nervous at first. I feel like they'll warm up, but it's definitely popping into my head. Two of Cups. For some of you, I feel like you're attracting someone who is like a past life soulmate, for sure, with that Two of Cups. Two of Cups to me is soulmates, but with the Wheel of Fortune, this could be more of a karmic connection. I'm not saying it's a karmic relationship. I don't know about, to me, all the relationship titles are total BS in the first place. But so I don't know if karmics are good or bad. I don't actually know. I really don't care either, if I'm being honest. But, to me, I think we can make it, if we put the work in, we'll make it work. If we find a person who's willing to put in the work, we put in the work, then the relationship will work. I don't think it matters if they're, a twin flame, soulmate, a triple flame, a blue flame, a red flame. I don't care, right? To me, if you put the work in, it can work with anybody, basically. But I do feel, having gone on that rant, that I do feel that there could be something very significant, like a past life type connection coming in for you, mostly because of that Wheel of Fortune here. And you have the Wheel of Fortune twice. And plus also having the Justice card. Wheel of Fortune alone, to me, is a karmic card. To me, it can represent, receiving karma in a good way. Of course, it can say, like, the karmic wheel is turning in your favor. And then with the Justice card, it's also karma. So some of you could be seeing some karmic rewards here. Yeah, I would watch your health. You have this bad health card. What's that about? Not what I wanted to see, right? And you have the sudden wealth card. Hey, you had this card in your June bonus, or one of the weekly readings that I just did for you here. I titled that reading Jackpot, and people kept saying, why'd you title it Jackpot? Well, hello, there's a slot machine on this card with a bunch of money coming out of it. So it's like I didn't pull that title out of my ass, right, Scorpio? But what I would say here is that there could be a jackpot coming in for you still this half of the month. Again, that was for the week of the 14th, right? But there could be some sort of karmic reward coming in for you. I would say with the bad health card, Five of Pentacles twice, definitely watch your health, take care of yourself, all that other stuff. I'm not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice. Justice card just says, and by the way, again, tarot is solutions. So the Justice card says your solution to the bad health card is to, do the things that healthy people do. Like I said, pretty simple read. here for this month, but I do like it a lot. I feel like there's a lot of success for you here. I feel like there's a lot of luck coming in for you as well with the Wheel of Fortune twice in this reading, and definitely the opportunity for a turnaround. Again, you're gonna have to do the work to experience this turnaround with the Wheel of Fortune. But I love it. So thank you for being here, Scorpio. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Scorpio, and definitely enjoy your week.